Well, Shabnamji, Yuvraj has always been such an inspiration for the entire country on the cricket field, continuing to inspire people who are fighting against cancer. So let's just go straight across to Yuvraj.
Since he's been a part of the cricketing circuit, he's been an icon. He's been India's icon. चाहे वो Under-19 World Cup हो, Champions Trophy हो, World T20 हो या फिर 2011 ICC Cricket World Cup हो. Well, he's been India's man of the moment many a time, and yet when he literally had the world at his feet, he had his biggest test of his life awaiting him. मैं जानती हूँ, आप जानते हैं who I'm talking about. So as part of the NDTV-Fortis Health for You campaign, we decided who better than Yuvraj Singh to be here with us to tell us about his battle with cancer, how to survive and thrive, and maybe give us a few tips on how to be a fighter on and off the field. Yuvraj Singh, such a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
And I think in hindsight, your parents got your name bang on, right? Yuvraj Singh.
Yeah, initially that name sounded a bit weird because शुरू में माना जाता है कि प्रिंस को बोलते हैं युवराज, and I was quite a chocolate boy, छोटे होते. So at the start it was a bit weird, but I'm happy with the name I got.
You're living up to it.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you are setting example for people out there and going in the right direction and taking the people to the right direction, I think you're doing a good job for society.
Right. I'm speaking to you at a time when we are talking about the World Cup again. World Cup ka mahol hai, everyone's talking about it. This time it's like, keep the cup home. So when all this is happening around you, are you taken back to 2011, some of those moments? At that time particularly was really tough on you because you were unwell, you still played.
In 2011, all I can say that the main priority was to play for India at that time, and जो भी मुझे issues थे, whatever I was struggling with, I'm sure यहाँ पे जितने भी लोग हैं वो at time किसी ना किसी ने वो symptom ignore किया होगा. So I think which was a wrong thing to do, but for me, but the World Cup, it was a big stage, and India had not won in 28 years. So I had to put everything aside and concentrate on the game rather than concentrating on my health, which I think is a very wrong thing to do for anyone.
Okay. Just take us back to that moment when the doctor told you, were you alone? What was your initial reaction, and say what was your reaction 2 days later?
Well, it was, after the World Cup, I was playing the IPL. So मेरे symptoms बहुत ज़्यादा खराब हो गए थे. So I was coughing a lot. I was not able to breathe from one side. तो मेरे मदर ने एक दिन सोचा कि तुम बहुत खांसी कर रहे हो, एक टेस्ट करा लो अपना. तो डॉक्टर ने मुझे बोला कि आप अपने पेट वेट के टेस्ट करा लो. So take a health test, because we had a long 4-month tour. We were going to West Indies and England. तो मैं चला गया. वैसे भी मैं डॉक्टर के पास जाना अवॉइड ही करता था कि कौन जाए डॉक्टर के पास, कुछ बोल देगा कि आपको ये हो गया वो हो गया है. तो आई वेंट, मैंने पेट वेट के टेस्ट कराए, तो एवरीथिंग वाज फाइन, देयर वर नो इश्यूज. तो मैंने कहा डॉक्टर अब मैं चलता हूँ. तो कहता आप इतना खांस रहे हो, एक चेस्ट एक्सरे ले लो. तो मैंने कहा छोड़ो यार, क्या इतना, वैसे ही मेरे को पता था कुछ तो गड़बड़ है, बिकॉज पहले उससे 1-2 महीने पहले वर्ल्ड कप के टाइम पे खून वून निकलता था और
मुंह से.
जी. तो आई वाज नॉट एबल टू ब्रीथ फ्रॉम वन साइड वाज कंप्लीटली ब्लॉक्ड, माय लेफ्ट लंग. तो मैंने कहा कुछ बड़ी गड़बड़ है, बट आई डिडंट न्यू इट्स गोना बी कैंसर. तो उन्होंने कहा चल करा ले, एक्सरे करा ले. तो मैं कहा चलो यार तुम्हारी सेटिस्फैक्शन के लिए करा देता हूँ. सो स्कैन एक्सरे कराया एंड आई केम आउट, आई वाज रेडी टू लीव. सो डॉक्टर आया, उसका बिल्कुल चेहरा उड़ा हुआ था, इट वाज रेड. ही इज लाइक आप अंदर आओ, आई हैव टू शो यू समथिंग.
आप अकेले थे तब?
मैं अकेला था. मैं अपनी मदर को भेज दिया था। तो मैं वापस गया तो मैंने जाके एक्सरे देखा। अब मुझे एज ए लेमैन वुड नॉट अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट के क्या है, हाउ लंग्स सी। तो उसने बोला कैन यू सी योर लेफ्ट साइड? मैंने कहा या आई कैन सी माय लेफ्ट साइड। तो कहता आई कांट सी योर लेफ्ट साइड। कहता दैट्स कंप्लीटली ब्लॉक्ड, देयर इज समथिंग ऑन योर लेफ्ट साइड। तो मैंने कहा अच्छा फिर बताओ क्या करना है। कहता नो दिस इज सीरियस, यू हैव टू गो एंड गेट इट चेक। तो पेट स्कैन के लिए भेजा गया। फिर पेट स्कैन कराया, उसमें फिर मटेरियल टेस्ट हुआ तो फिर 18 सेंटीमीटर का ट्यूमर था विच हैड अपलिफ्टेड माय लेफ्ट लंग few centimeters or that's it was sitting on my heart artery. तो ये सब complication doctors बताते हैं उस time. So I just refused to accept all these things at the start.
What got you through it?
Definitely it is a lonely battle at times, but जब आपके पास when you have great parents, you have great friends around you, that is your core. If you have them as your support, you know, it makes a huge difference. So I think my mother was, you know, help. She was there 24/7 whenever I needed her, and my close friends were there.
You started Yuvi Can. So how do you reach out to people? A lot of people I've met feel like they have to reach out to somebody else after they've survived and tell them, give them the positivity.
See, this is the experience that I've gone through, and I know the pain. And I know what it takes to come out of it. So this is, you know, we have, through Yuvi Can, that is what we try and do is, you know, to get to people who are going through it and tell them, you know, I mean, that what are the things that you need to focus on. You know, people who are, don't go to doctors, early detection is the key. I mean, we found out that 70% cancer can be saved if you go for early detection. If you are late, you won't make it. You know, you gotta be, you know, you have to go for your tests. And you know, there's a lot of stigma around cancer के लोगों को पता नहीं है cancer क्या है, especially in rural areas.
So now I'm going to throw it out to the audience who've been eagerly waiting with their personal questions. आपके जो भी सवाल हैं आप युवराज से डायरेक्टली पूछिए.
It's good to see you, Yuvraj, hale and hearty in person, and I congratulate you on winning the battle with cancer. You are definitely a big inspiration to a lot of people in the world, your fans, everybody. My question is a little personal, probably you may not like it. When are you getting married? And
I definitely didn't like your question.
Let me finish it. And if you get a good proposal from a cancer survivor, will you take it?
Why not? I'm a cancer survivor myself.
And I would like to ask you one more thing. Do you think there is something associated with cancer as a stigma in society?
Definitely there is.
And,
Stigma is a big concern of you know, people not trying to understand what the disease is. बहुत सी लोग में शादियाँ नहीं होती because किसी की बेटी को कैंसर होता है तो वो शादी के लिए मना कर देते हैं. तो I think ये चीज़ है कि हम सबको ही इसके बारे में बात करनी चाहिए. You know, these are the kind of messages we need to spread out there.
I'm his elder sister. Well, I'm suffering from breast cancer. I would say, I think in breast cancer case, self-detection is the best, wherein we can detect ourselves early stages. But when I went to the doctor, mine was like grade 3+ stage. And when doctor disclosed to me, I myself telling you, tears rolled down of my eyes and I was shattered once like, oh, cancer? Because cancer itself is a very traumatic word when even those who are not suffering with cancer, when they hear the word cancer, the question comes to their mind is no life further and further there is a death. So I would request, since I myself is a survivor and battling with cancer, those who are watching this program, please don't take cancer word that there is no life ahead and you are gonna die. Please go to the doctor, get yourself treated. Last but not the least, without friends and without family, nobody can come out of cancer.
He has a question here.
Was winning World Cup was a great advantage, or winning over cancer or throwing it back into the dustbin was a great fight back?
Well, ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਗੁਗਲੀ ਪਾਤੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ I think both were different experiences. Winning the World Cup is very special because as an Indian, you know what cricket means to us, and winning a World Cup means to us. I think it's a dream come true, and you know, putting cancer back in the bin is, you know, saying see you goodbye. As ma'am said that if you have the will, I'm sure you can get out. So I think as survivors today, we're very proud of our friends, our family members, people who stood by us, and why we're sitting here as more stronger individuals.
Right. Yuvraj, thank you very much for joining us on the show. You've seen the impact you've had on people, not just here. And as this show goes on, I'm sure when you go out, people speak to you about it. Thank you very much for joining us on the show. Really appreciate your time. Right. And as I said, I'm not going to end this show. The show is about you. So what's your message to people?
Same. Be happy, be blessed, eat right, and if Yuvi can, you can.